T codes are nothing. Because see, whenever you are doing any transaction in SAP, right? So you need to open something. Let's say you are trying to create order, right? Like in your phone also, if you have to watch YouTube, you open watch YouTube app, right? When you have to send WhatsApp message, you open WhatsApp, right? So
Yes,
similarly,
yes.
to like in SAP also we do have some T codes. Okay, either you can use T code or you can use it via that one also.
Manually that you have shown.
Yeah,
Okay.
the easy access also you can use. Okay.
The SPRO thing and
No,
sales and
SPRO
distribution. You,
SPRO is different. Okay, there are two skins actually. You see, this is easy access. You see, SAP Easy Access. Okay, when you log in, this skin will be used by users. Okay, end user. Even we can also use whenever we are doing a day-to-day transaction. We will be using, but
so this SAP Easy Access will be done by us, right? Like will
no,
be
no, no.
used by us or by the clients.
Both actually, both will use. Because see,
Okay.
whenever you are doing anything, you create order, you create delivery, you will use this easy access only. Okay, either you can,
So
as
we
I
work.
said,
So we work on SAP Easy Access only.
yeah,
This
easy
is the
access only.
GUI that we are going
GUI,
to
yeah,
work.
easy access is nothing but just this is just a screen. This is what we call it easy access. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Here also you see some drop downs, right? And if you go to
Yes.
SPRO also, SPR, sorry, SPRO, IMG reference. Okay, this is this
Yes.
IMG is actually implementation guide. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You see here also some drop downs are there.
Sales and
Okay,
distribution.
they look similar. Okay, we have some drop down. If I expand it, some options I will get. But this is implementation guide. You see display IMG implementation guide. So this who will use? Who is implementing? The consultant will be using it.
Okay.
Okay, this
Like
right
us.
like us, yeah, like as the
Okay.
SD consultant, MM consultant. We will be using it for configurations. Okay, for configuration we will use it. For day-to-day transaction we will use this only. This screen.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your easy access. If someone asks what is easy access and what is IMG, so as I said, these look similar, but these are not similar. This is easy IMG, that's implementation guide. Here we do the configurations actually. Here you cannot do any configuration. Okay, whatever you do, you will be doing your master data creation, sales order creation. Okay, all those things you will be doing in easy access.
Easy.
Okay, for any configuration or setting level kind of changes you have to do, any configuration or control we are changing, that you will be doing in IMG only. Okay,
IM.
and as I said, everything like,
Implementation.
yeah, implementation guide, everything is accessible via T code as well. Either you can track it down to this level via this what do you call uh, drop down method, you can go to that level, or you can simply type the T code. If you remember the T code, you can simply type the T code whatever you are going to change. Okay, it is the easy. I mean, whatever is convenient for you, you can use anyway. That's fine. Okay, either you track it down via that drop down method, or you can simply type your T code. Okay. Here also same thing. Let's say you are trying to create a sales order. You can use directly VA01 also. Okay. If you simply type VA01, it will end you to the screen where you will be creating the sales order. Okay. But if you want to use that SAP Easy Access complete path, then you have to go to logistic. Okay. Then you have to go to sales and distribution, then sales, then you have to go to order, and then this again VA01.
So configuration we can done here also.
No, configuration we cannot do here. We can
Okay.
use only master data, document creation we can do in this screen, SAP Easy Access.
Okay.
Every configuration will be done in IMG reference only.
IMG only. Okay.
Okay, and if you remember the T code, then you don't have to go to SPRO and all. You can directly type as I said.
Yes. Yes.
So even though we are in the Easy Access screen, right? If I type my any configuration T code, let's say V/06 or anything, these all are configuration T code. So it will directly take you there. You see,
Okay.
this is configuration where you will create a condition type and you will do all those changes and all. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Deepak, so this creating sales order and quotation and this inquiry is not the part of configuration, right?
no, because those are master data. No, we'll come to that one also. See, when you create a sales order, that is not your configuration. You are creating a day-to-day transaction, right? So that kind of data we call it master data. Let's say I'm creating a customer. That is not configuration, right? That's a day-to-day transaction.
Okay.
Configuration is something when you're creating a document type, right? When you're creating a delivery
So we
document
are
type.
new. So we are new now, Deepak. That's why we are
No, no,
we are
understand. That's
confusing
fine.
with
That's
names
fine. We
and
have
all.
not came to that point also where we will discuss this master data and all this. Okay, there are two types of data basically. One is configuration data, one is master data. Okay, and one is transaction data. If you divide on a broader level, then there will be three type of data. Okay, master data, transactional data, and configuration data. Some generally configuration data no one will ask you, because this is something which is only relevant for us and nobody bothers about that configuration data. But this transactional data and master data, this is something the data is broadly classified. We will come to that point, don't worry. Okay, like you see when you are using any software, okay, let's say Amazon, Flipkart you are using, when you place an order, right, you become the customer, you will place some order will be created, order ID, then you get the delivery happen to your house, right? Those are all transactional data, those are not configurations. Okay, we will come to that one, don't worry, that will be there somewhere in this document also. We'll go to that one, but let's follow. So this I think we covered yesterday. First you need to have these all basic terminologies and terms and these things clear, then you will understand all those things. Okay, so let's not bother about as of now. These all are some process, or what you call support process what we follow generally: escalation and the ticket number. Okay, three level of support will be there. Level one will be kind of high level ticket which is required senior consultant. Then could be level two which will require some mid consultant, like say 3 to 5 year of experience. Level one will have someone will have more than 8 year or 10 years of experience. Level three is something, as I said, maybe you people will join as a level three consultant for support. So you can solve some small tickets. If it is not being solved by you, you are not able to solve it. You will do your analysis, then you will move it to level two. Okay, so this is how the support works actually. This is very generic actually. Every where the support works like this only. We will have different levels, and each level will try to solve the ticket based on their capabilities. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
so Nitin, can you give us an example, like as a fresher, like you said, to level three.
mhm.
So what can you give us an example of very like very easy tickets?
Okay, let's say what
Like
will
what
happen.
can be?
Yeah, I'll tell you. See, let me close it. See, there could be any ticket. Okay, let's talk about the sales order first. Okay, let's say user is trying to create a sales order. Okay, and he will put some ZOR9 and he will put some random sales order. Okay, something like this he will put, and he will press enter. He'll get some error. Sales area is not does not exist or something. Okay, so being a consultant, you know what is sales area. Sales area is a combination of sales of distribution channel division. These three are individual entries. Until unless you combine them into one entity, it does not become sales area. Okay, my sales log is there, 1010 is my sales log, it is there. My distribution channel ZC is also existing. My division also exists, but I have not made the combination yet actually. The combination of all three, we call it sales area. Okay, so this kind of your user will give you, okay, I'm not able to create sales order. Okay, then you will see and see, then you will get, oh boss, you are taking wrong sales area. This is not the valid sales area. You need to check the correct sales area. Then he will change it. Okay, let's say he changed the correct sales area. Now he is able to go inside. Let's say what he will do, he will put some random customer, or so let's say, let me put the actual customer first. Okay, let's say he inserted one more zero by mistake. Okay, he will press enter. Now again one more message, no customer master record exists. So these users sometimes don't know. Okay, so they will simply say, okay, log a ticket. They will take this screenshot and they will raise a ticket in ServiceNow or Panaya or anything, Jira, ADO, anything, whatever tool they are using, they will log the ticket there. Okay, similarly what we log a ticket, right? When we face any issue in any of the platform or any of the services, we also log a ticket, right? That my order is not getting delivered, why it is being delayed, why I am being charged extra in Zomato,
Right.
Swiggy, everywhere, right? Similar kind of thing. So they will raise a ticket. Okay, and then you will see, and then you will analyze why this is not opening. Then you will copy this one, you will go to BP to see whether this customer actually exists or not. Okay, so this is how a very basic tickets will come. Then you will open it, and then you will also know, okay, this is not existing. Then you understood, okay, something is wrong. So then you have to think in this way, maybe a zero is extra, or maybe this customer itself is not created. Sometimes what happens, let's say customer is someone who is responsible for creation of customer master. Okay, he has not created it, but for someone some miscommunication happened and you thought, okay, the customer is created. So then you are saying, okay, no, Kusmant has told me this is created, I'm trying to create a sales order, but it is not getting created. Then level 3 will check and they will say, no, this customer is not at all created. You see, you are not able even open into the display in the customer master also. So please check with Kuswant again. Okay. So this is how very basic level of error you will get. Or maybe let's say customer is also correct. Okay. Customer is also correct. Some customer reference they will put anything. See, small issues could be anything. There are a number of possible reasons for issue actually. Okay, and defect and all. Sometimes user will log this ticket also. Okay, oh, some error is coming. You see, enter the payment. Some error coming. This is not error. This is just a warning. It is coming because you have not entered the payment term. Okay, so initial days, if the user is new, they will log this kind of ticket also. Then you need to tell boss, please enter the payment term here. Because for we it is easy to understand, right? Okay, payment term is there, customer master is there, customer reference is there. Okay, but for them it's like, okay, new screen, I don't know where to enter, where should I enter here, should I click here, should I click there? So they will get confused. Okay, initial days actually. So they will log ticket for everything. Okay, now let's say they are putting material, similar kind of stuff here also. Let's say they have entered some wrong material, again some error will come, that material is not defined. Now see, it is not saying that material does not exist. What SAP is checking whether this material extended or not. So you see the error actually. Material is not defined for sales org, even though the material itself is not existing. Okay, so then you need, it's not like, okay, material is not extended. The first problem itself is the material does not exist itself. So how can you see? You can copy this material. You go to MM03. MM03 is the code for metal master display. MM01 is for creation. So you go to MM03. You see, it does not exist itself. Then what you will say to user, boss, this material itself is not created. Who told you that this metal exists? Please check with them. Okay.
Right.
So this is how level 3 kind of ticket will come. Very initial basic stuff it will come. Okay.
So someone will be there with us in the initial time, like what they're doing, how they're doing, to help
That
us, or
depends.
we
That
have to
depends,
solve
Yojna.
that.
That depends based on the company to company and project team to project team. It's not a thumb rule or a very what you call fast and rule that okay everybody will have the same pattern. Sometimes what happens, there will be some senior person along with you. Sometimes it could not happen. Maybe all juniors are there that will be working as a level 3. Then there will be level 2. When you are not able to solve it, when you are not able to analyze the problem, you send the ticket number to level 2. Boss, this ticket came and I am not able to figure out what is wrong there. And the level 2 will do the analysis. If they are also not able to do, they will send it to level 3. Or sometimes this level is what you call in vice versa also. Sometimes level 1 is a 0, sometimes level 3 is 0. Okay, so that depends actually company to company. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, this you can ignore as of now. Don't worry about this. Yeah, see, as I said, two types of easy access, which user will be using to day-to-day transaction. Even you will also use. Let's say, as I said, user is not able to create customer master. You are not able to create sales order. So you also need to open that VA03. You also need to do this BP. You also need to go to VA this MM03 and all. So you will also use it, but for day-to-day transaction data. And any configuration where you will do in SPRO IMG implementation guide. Okay. The basic difference is this one. Here we create the day-to-day transaction master data we create, and here we do the configurations. Okay. So IMG screen, these people will never use this. End user will never use it because they don't do the configuration, right? We are the person responsible for configurations and all. So we only will have the access of this one. Okay. These are all few interview questions actually. Let's say if you say that I have worked on a support project. As of now, you will not get this kind of question because the people are anyway fresher actually. So this kind of question will not come. But you see, what is change request? What is change request? We already discussed. Anyone? There are
Configuration, like,
there are two types of ticket, right? I told you that there are, if you classify the ticket broadly, there are two types of ticket: incident and request. Correct?
yes.
So what is incident? What is request?
Request is service request, no? Which is not exist in the system, and we have to make the changes,
Right. So
like
something
make configuration.
right. It could be because of configuration or anything, but that changes or that whatever ticket user has logged, that has not been agreed on. This is something new actually. When user brings something new, that has to follow the request route only. Okay. And if user is facing a problem with the existing scenario, that will be logged as a incident, as a defect. Okay. So this all you can go through
Yes.
once I say this is not a problem.
Deepak, is the group created for us?
No, I don't think. Because anyway, you two people are only there, right?
Yes.
So I don't think there is a group actually.
So this document you will be sharing, right?
Yeah, I will be sharing it. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so this is how we access actually. We already shown it. You go to T code SPRO, then you click on this SAP IMG reference. Okay. As I said, end user will not have that access of this SPRO IMG reference because this is something where we do the configuration. Why user will use this SPRO, right? They will create transactional data, they will create master data, but they will not do any transaction. Okay. Then there is another some tips and tricks actually. Let's say you are into one screen. Okay, let's say I'm in this screen itself and I want to open another window, keeping this window as it is. Then what you will do? You will type slash o. Slash o means a new window will open. Now you to open any T code. Let's say I'm opening VA11 or any T code. If you add slash o at the beginning, it will open another window. You see. So my that screen remain as it is. A new what do you call window or view pop up, right? If I type slash o, I mean not slash o. Let's say I'm typing slash n and VA0 or VA11. Let's say. Then what will happen? System will close this screen. Okay, system will close this screen, and in the same screen it will open VA11. You see, now my that screen is gone. This is already open. Let's close it. You see that MM03 screen, whatever we have kept open, it has gone now. Why? Because we have typed slash n. So in the same window, it will open the new transaction. But if you type slash o, it will open another window, and then that new transaction will be opened. Okay.
Okay. So another window of same this if you are in sales order VA01.
Right.
So if on that window if you are doing slash O, so same will open or that easy access
No,
one
the
will
new
open.
OT code. Let's say, let me do one thing. Let me open VA01. Okay. Let's say you are trying to create something. You added some wrong this one. Now, what is your first thing? Okay, you want to open this customer whether this customer exists or not. So what you will do? You will copy this customer number, or you and then you can like this also you can do. You can click here, SAP new window. It will also open a new window. You see,
Yes.
it has opened another window. This is one method. You can, as I said earlier, you can just type slash control N. Okay, if you type control N, then also you see it open another window. Okay, see another window opened up. Now we have two windows. I mean two GUI screen open. Okay, this we call it GUI screen actually. Now we have two screens open. Okay, you can also do slash o, and then you can let's say I'm trying to go to customer master. So T code for customer master is BP, business partner. So I'll put slash o and then I will type BP. You see that screen remain as it is. That screen is not closed yet, and I am into the new screen. Okay, so this is slash o. So there are multiple ways to open a new window. So you can use anyone. You go via this one. You can type control N in your keyboard, or you type slash o. Anything you can do. Okay, it's up to you how you want to use it.
So Deepak, if we type a slash and BP means the window will be closed, right?
Yeah, the same window. Let's say I'm trying to open
Slash.
instead of slash oh let now you see there is one window open only, right? This is my
Yes.
logon, that logon pad, and this is my screen. Now let's say I type slash n and then I type BP. You see that sales order screen is gone now because the same screen it opened the BPT code. The new transaction it opened in the same view. So now you don't have the data what was entered in the VA01. Okay. So for that reason, let's say I have entered so many data and I want to check something else. So I want to keep that screen as it is, right? Then I want to open another window so that the last screen remain as it is for reference. So that time we use slash o kind of stuff. This very basic stuff. Whether you want to use slash o, that's fine. Or you can, as I said, you can click here and then you can also open the new window. Okay. Generally, up to 6 sessions is allowed, okay, but sometimes in the quality system or development system, even more than 6 16 also you can open, okay, like this. If I open, we have one screen open, right? Let me see. I think here it could open more than 8 something, because this is a development system, right? You
So
see,
you are pressing control and Deepak or
control, yeah,
control?
yeah, yeah. I'm typing controller. You see, I could open 9 or 10 something, right? But in production, generally we don't give this much. We give 3 or 6 generally. Okay, 6 is a standard one actually, standard number. But since it's a quality system, it is allowed. Okay, testing system, right? Quality, as I said, when it's testing, development is also a testing system or that kind of software and system only. In production, you will not have that privilege to open a number of T code, I mean number of screens. Okay, there will be standard is 6 only. This all we can maintain. This all basis team or security team maintains actually, whether the user should be able to 6 sessions or 9 sessions or 3 sessions. Okay, these all are basis team or security team controls actually. Okay, now yeah, that's it. Slash n, the screen will disappear. The next screen will appear in the same window. If you type slash o, it will open another session without disturbing the present session. Okay, so this is what we have seen. Now okay, now it is enterprise structure. Okay, but before we go there, let me see the syllabus first. Did you get that access of SAP, Kuswan?
No, Deepak, I've been trying to call him, but they are not answering.
No, then you keep trying. This is not the correct way, because it's already 5 or 6 days. Okay, it's not like when I will teach, then you will access. When you unless until you spend some time with this SAP screen, you will be familiar. Okay, so it will anyway
No,
helpful.
like they are saying that like Yojana got it in 1 week, but there is another guy told that it will be come in 2 weeks.
No, no. See, it's
That
see, creation of ID and all this is very easy. Okay, it's only a matter of time. These people are not creating. Okay, there are two IDs actually. First is via which you will access this remote desktop, and then there is another ID which you will using in the GUI. Okay, so it's up to them. It's very easy. They are just not doing it. It's that
once can you inform to Santosh as well, Deepak, that my
I
required
can say,
IDs.
but I don't think it will make any impact, because as I said, I'm just working as a tutor only. Since you are paying the money to them, you can pressurize them that boss, I need that. Please give me. I want to practice. Okay, you keep calling. Don't just call once and leave. You keep calling twice, or thrice, 5 times a day, 6 times a day. Okay. So I think we
So it will
covered
be very bad.
this one. We covered the changes. We'll see this ECC. This is the changes from when we say SAP ERP to HANA. This is something changes between ECC and HANA. This we will cover when we cover all this topic. Time to time, I will be telling you where is the difference between ECC and HANA. As I said, 90% of the functionality remains same. Okay, and let's say I'm working in one of the company who is running ECC, and then I'm moving to another company, or my company got HANA implemented, and let's say, as I said, there are few changes in from ECC to HANA, right? That changes are from technical side also, from SD side also. Okay, but let's say if you're not using those functionality, so it's same for you, right? The same what you have worked in ECC, the same thing same way you are going to work in HANA also, unless until you are working or you are using that functionality which has got changed. Let's say credit management. Okay, let's say in my company, this company is not using credit management in SAP. This company is running ECC, fine. If I move to another company, they are also using HANA, that's fine, but they are not using that credit management functionality. Then for me, it's the same thing, right? Because there is no change. But if the new company is using HANA, then there is some problem that I have worked in ECC credit management, and now I have to adopt or upgrade myself with the S4 HANA credit management. Okay, so as I said, 90% of functionalities are same, 10% are different, but that up to you, whether that's up to you or up to the company whether they are using that 10% of functionality or not. If they are not using, basically there is no difference between ECC and everything remains same only. Okay, so we'll discuss this. Not 10%, I would say some 20% you can say there is a change between
So
ECC and Yeah.
Okay, so major difference, what I have heard that is only for BP, na, that
No,
there.
no. Apart from BP, there
Uh,
are a lot of changes also. Okay, BP is very basic. Also,
okay.
BP is not something which you will call it as a SD change. BP is what? Business
Okay.
partner. Think
Mm-hmm.
from that perspective. Come, not think from the SAP perspective. What is business partner? Any company is running, then BP is everyone. Like the employee is also BP only, right? They are also business partner
Right.
only. The person or the
Right.
company from whom they are buying the goods, they are also business partner because they are doing business with them, right? The customer to whom they are
Right.
selling, they are also business partner because they are doing business day to day. The company or the person who is helping him in the logistic or the transportation, they are also business partner only, right? So now
Right.
SAP has, earlier these all T codes were different. For customer master it was a different T code XD01, and vendor it was VD01. Okay, there are different T code. Now SAP merged everything into one T code. Simply they call, SAP said it's a BP because it is helping you in running the business. So these all are your business partner. Now further it is divided. It's not like BP, everyone is BP. No, BP is there, but under the BP there is a further segregation, whether it's a customer, whether it's a vendor, whether it's an agent, whether it's an employee. Okay, there are a number of business partner it could happen. Okay, but these four at least you should remember: customer, vendor, and as I said, the transporter or what you call logistic vendor, forwarding agent we call it actually in SAP. Forwarding agent is something who will deliver the goods. Okay, the logistic partner, and sales employee also, or any employee. If any company is running, there are 100 employees. Let's say 10 from sales, 10 from HR, 10 from PP. These all are employees. These all are BP, business partner only for that company. Okay, so we create everything in that one only, like this only. Okay, so we will see this. I said the BP is not only for SD, it's for everyone. Okay, let's say as I said, vendor master is also not there now. It is also got merged to BP. So from MM side also it got changed, right? Because vendor is nothing, something which we are not dealing with. Vendor is something purchasing team or MM team will be dealing with. So from their side also that BP is changing, right? And as I said, there are a huge change actually. Not only this BP, there are a number of changes from ECC to HANA, but we will discuss time to time it will come. See, as of now, we have seen this BP. So this is how the BP looks like. Okay, it is BP. This is new transaction. Okay, and if you go to the ECC kind of system, then you will have this XD03 or XD01. Okay, you put this data and then you press OK and it will open. Okay. If you open any ECC system, this will not open like this. The views will be slightly different. Okay, we'll discuss all this, don't worry. Now, let's discuss now only this before we go to this organizational structure. I mean, organizational structure. Let's discuss this now as itself. See, as I said, when we are creating any order or you are doing any transaction with any of the company, let's say Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart, Amazon, anywhere, when you place your order, some order number or order ID or something is getting generated, right? That is your transactional data. You are doing some transaction there, right? That kind of data we call it transactional data. Now since you are placing the order, then you become customer. And let's talk an example of Tata Steel or some big company. Okay, so what happens, there will be few regular customers, right? Like say L&T is a big company, they always buy some steel for their project from Tata Steel. So every time, in forget about SAP also, let's say one customer is coming to you daily or frequently he is coming. So instead of putting all those information again and again, what you will say, let's create a master data and we will create some code for that customer, and whenever this customer comes we will simply type that code 1 2 3 4 something, then all the detail will be there, right? So for that purpose, this master data is there. Master data could be customer, master data could be material master, because material also have a lot of data, right? The size, weight, the what kind of material it is. Okay, there are a number of data related to any material. So that all data we are storing material master data. So those are master data. Okay, let's say I'm using this BP. So this BP is also master data. You see this address and everything, you can enter all this detail every time, that's fine, but it will take unnecessary time, right? Let's say this is my frequent customer. Okay, every month or every twice a month this customer is coming to me and buying something. why I need to enter every time this detail, right? Why I can go with that approach also. I can put all this detail, this email ID, phone number, address, everything I can enter, but it is just waste of my time only, right? So what I will do, I will create a master data. So I created this master data. This is my customer number. So next time when I create a sales order for this one, I'll simply use this number. Automatically all this detail will come. I don't have to enter manually. Same for material master also. Same for employee also. Let's say there is some forwarding agent or some employee working. Let's say you are working for any of the company, then you get the employee code also, right? Every company will have the employee code when you are working with one of the company. What that employee code contains basically? Your detail only, correct? What is your name, your family detail, your phone number, email address, all those basic stuff they capture. So that is also master data only, employee master. Okay. Now let's open any material master.
So what we are saying is Deepak. So entering. So now for not entering every time we use master data. We'll generate a code. With that
Right.
code, we'll access that person details, right?
Right. Same thing happens. No, let's say
Not
if you
entering
are,
every time.
yeah, if you are working for any company,
Oh,
there are two ways now. Either they will not create your ID. Okay. Then what will happen? Every time your guard will ask you, who are you? Then you need to show your offer letter, joining letter, everything you have to show. See, I joined this company so and so date. What if they give you employee ID? They give you ID card. You don't need to carry all those data everywhere, right? You can simply show this. This is my ID. This is my employee ID. Now they can check in their system. Okay, this 2350 whether it's a Kuswant ID. Yeah, then they will see in their system. Okay, this is Kuswant. So
oh,
it helps saving time basically. Okay.
yeah. So that is in SAP terms we call it as master data.
Right. In SAP we call it master data. Now let's open a material master. I'll show you what this material master contains actually. Uh, Now see, whenever you are selling any material, there will be some unit, right? If you are selling milk, you will be selling in liter or kilo. When you are selling, say, steel, you will be selling in some ton. When you are selling some pipes, you will be selling in some maybe dia or some length, some unit or pieces or kg, other. Okay. So there is some base unit of measure in which you are selling that material. So that is base unit of measure. So every time you don't want to enter, you maintain it master data. This is material master data. Okay. You see, there are n number of views. There are so many views, and each view will contain n number of data. You see, if you go there, every field will have so many data. Also, like you see, the gross weight, not weight, and the net weight, everything, right? This also comes into picture when you are talking for any material. What is the weight of that material? Okay, whether that material is will be used for some packaging material or not. This is also one of the parameter or data which we store actually. Okay, and then let's see.
So this comes under configuration
No. This is master data.
master data.
Okay. You see base unit, material group, whether that let's say for some material you must have seen that this goods is not non-taxable. This goods comes under the 5% tax GST category. You must have heard in the day-to-day news channel or somewhere, right? That service or let's say health insurance are now tax free, right? So from where you control all this? You maintain in the master data only. See, zero means tax exempted. Okay. So whether that material
Okay.
is
So, Deepak, so this is master data, right?
right.
But
This is
who
material
will
master.
create this?
Master data generally user will create. We don't create it. Okay. As I said,
Okay.
in production system we don't create anything. Okay.
Okay.
In production system we don't create anything. Everything will be done by business only because we don't know, right? What to sell, who to sell. It's not our job. It's the salesperson, sales team job. Who to sell, what to sell, how many, how what price,
So
everything they
customer
have to.
also this end user
Right.
will
They
do
also
it,
will
correct?
create. They only will create. If they face any problem while creating, then they will reach out to you. Let's say they are
Okay.
not able to put this email ID. Let's take example. They are not able to put email ID. You don't know what email ID to put, right? How come you know what is the mail ID for this customer 10 a.m. class? So who
Right.
from where you will ask that business person only the what do you call the client or the whoever has contacted you. You will ask what
Mm-hmm.
is the mail ID, tell
Right.
me. Then they will tell you I have some mail ID. Then what you will do? You will say okay, go to change mode. You scroll down, there is some email ID field. Here you can enter. Let's say they said okay XYZ or anything, XYZ at the rate abc.com, and then you say you click on that save.
Okay. So in implementation, when the company is using SAP for the first time, so in that scenario, end user will also be there. Will be the part of that process to do these things.
Yeah. See, when you are doing implementation, as I said, see, whenever any business is has decided to use SAP, right? Definitely,
Right.
they must be using some old software, right?
Mm,
Any big business cannot run on verbal communication and over mail and over phone call, right? Definitely, they
right.
will have some sort of software, some sort of ERP they will be using. Definitely. Okay, so
Yes.
what we do, all those customers are there in that system that we call it legacy system. Okay, legacy means the old system which they were
Yes.
using. So what we consultant do, first time, let's say there are thousands of customers there in that for that company. So for all those
Mm,
thousand customer, let's say uh, let's say this is your legacy software. Okay, this is your legacy software. It could be anything, let's say .NET only. Okay, I don't know whether how this .NET work, but let's assume it's .NET. Now they have decided to move to SAP. Okay, now this is your SAP, SAP S4 or HANA or anything, SAP ECC, anything. Now when they are moving from first time, that time there are some, as I said, some thousand customers are there in this system. So that thousand customer we have to take care. From here to here, how we have to transfer this we consultant do. Because this thousand customer, it's not humanly possible to create one by one, right? In this S4 HANA. It will take n number of time. So first time we migrate this from here to here. And next, once we have migrated, and let's say that time a new customer comes for that company, then we will say, boss, now you create directly in S4 HANA, you have to go to BP. Okay, then they
okay.
will go to BP and then they will create like this. Now also there are few business scenario where the new customer is coming very frequently. Okay, so that time also they will say they will come to you people or they will come to the SAP team and they will say, boss, every month like 100 of customer is coming for us, and it is very difficult to create one by one. So is there any solution? So there are different. There, I mean, definitely in SAP, as I said, it's very flexible software, and we have a n number of possibilities to create. So there are some LSMW, some other methods are also there. There the effort will be less. They can enter some data in some Excel and they can upload it in the SAP. That is also possible. Okay, but don't worry for that one. As of now, let's only understand this much. One, the first time they are shifting from legacy software to HANA or SAP, those master data we take care. We copy that data from the legacy software to the SAP. That we call it migration. Okay, and after that they have to create manually in SAP only. So yeah, so as I said, there are a number of field in metal master also, the text classification, everything. Then there are some other parameters that will be helping you doing the business, what kind of item category it has, okay, what kind of metal it is, the PCA, the net weight, the gross weight, loading group, this transportation group, right? Because every material will have their own kind of, let's say it's a big, very big material, right? It's a big crane. Then that loading has to happen differently, right? The transportation also has to happen differently. So those all controls we maintain in these fields actually. Okay, the profit center and everything. So see, there is a number of data that you have to maintain when you are creating a. It's not necessary that you have to use every field. As I said, SAP gives all the options. Okay, all the possible options, whatever you can think of, SAP gives everything. If your business is using it, fine, you use that field. If they are not using, you can keep it blank also. It's not mandatory to use. Let's say for this gross weight net weight also, it's not mandatory that you have to put it. If it is not required, you can keep it blank, that's fine. Okay, it's not mandatory. So every time, to save time, you don't want to enter all this detail manually in each order. So what you do, you create a master data for that. Okay, so two basic master data: customer, material. Okay, you see, when you are creating a sales order, what you do, you go to BA01, you put your order type. What is this order type and all we will discuss for later, don't worry about that. You see, I'm just entering this code. I'm pressing enter. Let's put some date here, 20 or something. And you see, all this detail came automatically. This name, address. Okay, you can go to header. You can go to partner tab. You see, everything came automatically, whatever we have entered in the master, right? You can change it also. Let's say for this time you want to use some different email ID. You can change that also for that particular case. Okay, and if you notice, when I have changed the data, there is one checkbox coming. This is something which is what do you call, some deep level stuff, but since we are here, I'll just show you. Let's see, this checkbox came, right? That means, you see, document specific address. Why? Because I have changed the email address. I have added one here only for this particular order which I am going to create now. Correct? In the actual customer master, this is not the case, right? This one is not there. Clear? So this is why this checkbox comes actually. That it from here only you can see, okay, someone has changed for this customer master for this particular sales order. If nothing is changed, it will also be blank. Let me show you again. I think you might have not noticed. Let me show you again. Don't worry.
So not only email, if you change anything, it will be showed as a tick mark.
Right. Not anything you change. Let's say I'm not. Let's say for rhyming, I'm not change anything. Okay. You see, nothing is no checkbox is there, right? But let's say for the time being, let's say I want to deliver it to some different address. Okay. Some different address I have. Let's say something. When I press OK, you see, this checkbox came. That means for this customer or this business partner, something has been changed. See, generally what happens, I'll tell you when, in which scenario this is useful. Let's say there is a customer, okay, who is running some small businesses in any city. Let's say in Pune, they have 10 branches, or let's say 20 branches they have, 20 shops they have, and they are buying goods from you every month or every week. They are buying something, and you are delivering it. Since the customer is one only, right? The same customer, but they have 20 shops in Pune. So what you can do, either you can create 20 customer code for the same customer, or you can create only one customer code, and while you are delivering that good, you will change the address where you have to deliver. Shop number 1, shop number 5, each shop will have their own address, right? So while creating the sales order, that time also you can change it. Like this you can change. Okay, so in this kind of scenario, we go for this manual change. We don't want to create 20 customer in our system. See what will happen. You can create 20 customer. Now let's see, some data got changed for that customer. Let's say they have changed the email address. Now what you have to do? You have to change that email address in every 20 customer, right? All those 20 customers you have to change. So there are some advantage, some disadvantages also. Okay, so it's up to you which one is convenient for you. Either you want to go with 20 end up creating 20 customer, that's also your decision. But as I said, any master data is changing now for that customer, you have to go to all those 20 customers, you have to change it. But if you are using only one customer, and every time while you place the order, you are changing the address from shop 1 to shop 5, shop 10, shop 8, then you have only one customer master created. And then if anything has to be changed, you only change in this customer master. That's one change is required. Clear? This point is clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
So like it is like a hierarchy level, like master data, company and company code.
No, company code. Let's not discuss now. Okay, I'm just giving you idea what is what is master data. Okay, so this is what we call it master data. As of
Master
now,
data.
yeah.
In master data only company code is present.
No, company code is something is organizational unit actually. Okay, company code, sales org, all those are organizational unit. Okay, we will use it because see when you are see what is company code basically. Company code is something which is registered in the government, right? That okay, this company has a legal entity. They will have some GST or PAN number, and they are going to do some business. They will return. They will pay some tax to the what do you call it, to the government, right? So that's we call it company code. And any order if you're selling, any company is doing business, obviously they will have some company code. Okay, you must have seen in some big shops also that GST number must be written in the in the hoarding itself. You must have seen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so why because they have registered their shop in the government that okay, I'm running a business with this and so GST and number. Okay, so now let's try to create this is master, understood? This is customer master and that was material master. Now let's try to create a sales order. Okay, how we create? No, don't worry for that as of now. Just see what I'm doing here actually. Wait, I have to give some plant. Okay, I will give some ZPTT. In Incoterms. When you are creating any order, okay, let's say I'm creating any order. Without customer address, is it possible to create customer? I mean, is it possible to create sales order? Or let's say I'm creating order without order quantity, is it possible to create a sales order? Does it make any sense?
No, no.
No, right? Means those are something which is mandatory for that order, right? Customer master has to be there, metal master has to be there, some quantity you have to enter, some price has to be there. Then only you will say some basic stuff that we require to create order, that all data we maintain in incompletion. Okay, like if I don't put it, let's say I'm not putting this one. Now if I in SAP also gives you that incompletion stuff, so you can check what basic or mandatory information is missing. Now say everything I've entered, but I have not entered the price. Price is very important, right? At what price you are selling. If the price is not there, then what is the point of your sales order, correct? So you need to put some price also. Let's put it. These all are part of config. Which all data you want to make it mandatory? It's up to you. It's up to business what they want to make it mandatory. Okay. Now if I check in completion, it say document is complete. Now I can save it. So now see, this is my order number 5748. So what I have done, this is your one of the transactional data because I have done one transaction in SAP. Okay, so this data we call it transactional data, day-to-day transaction, day-to-day business process. Okay, when you create a customer master, when you create a material master, that data you call it, even though you are doing transaction only, you go to BP, you will go to M01 in SAP terminal, that's called transaction only, but that is the master data you are creating. But if you are creating a sales order, that we call it a transactional data. You create a delivery, that's a transactional data. You create an invoice, that is a transactional data. Okay, so that is the difference between a master data and transactional data.
Inquiry and quotation is also going to be the transaction data.
Right, inquiry, quotation, everything is transactional data only. Okay, and as I said, there are some configuration data also, but as of now, don't confuse. Just remember there are two types of data: master data, transactional data. Okay, because see, this order which I have created, I'm not going to use it everywhere, right? This customer, whatever I have used, this number, I'm going to use it again and again, right? This customer code or this material. So that is master data. We are going to use every time. This sales order, once it is delivered, no one will bother what is this 5748, right? Once this order is delivered, that is done, over. Now next sales order will be created, correct? So master data,
Correct.
which is something which we will be using frequently, right? That's what we call it master, right? And
Right.
transaction, that is happening day to day. Let's say today I have created order, tomorrow I have to deliver, or let's say day after tomorrow I have to deliver. Once the delivery is done, payment is come, payment I have received from the customer, then nobody bothers what was the order number, correct? Maybe in the month end they will generate some report, that time they will discuss this one, maybe this will come up, but after that nobody will bother what was that 5748. But this customer code is something they are going to use day to day. Yeah. Next month also the customer comes and buys the order, then again you have to use the same customer code. So this is something master data that you are going to use day to day, very frequently. Okay. So that is your master data, and we have some five. Let's not.
Okay, so we have discussed about pricing and some like that thing, right? So FICO team was involved in it, like,
No,
or
FICO will not
different.
involved at the initial pricing level. Okay, pricing is actually when you talk about the sales order pricing, it's something 90% SAP SD work and 10% FICO or finance team work. Why? Because at what price you are selling, what discount you are giving, okay, those all comes under sales. But how much tax has to be applied? That is something you will not bother. The sales team will not bother. That is something the finance team has to bother, right? So that 10%, as I said, 90% our job, 10% their job. Okay. So pricing is always integration only between SD and FI. It's not only SD or it's not only FI. It's a common place and common field where we both work actually. Okay. Now let's not go to organizational structure today. We'll continue this tomorrow. But since we have some time, let me discuss this service good and hard good. See, when you are this is it's very generic actually. See, hard good is something which is tangible. You can touch it, right? Let's say I'm delivering a fridge or any washing machine or anything that is tangible. I can touch it, right? That requires a truck or something to be to carry it to the end customer, right? From my plant to or my factory to the end customer, that will require some sort of transportation, sort of delivery it will require, right? So that we call it hard goods. Okay, they will call it hard good or uh, tangible good. Okay, those terms they will use. So it's very generic. And what is service business? Let's say you are your AC got damaged and you want to do servicing. Okay, so what you will do, you will call to LG. Let's say you are using LG what do you call AC, you will call to LG customer care and then you will log a service request that I want to do servicing for my AC. Then what they will say, okay, they will create some sales order. Okay, they will also create a sales order, but that the service they will use the material of service code. Now, when that what do you call this servicing is also a product only, right? As I said, GST is goods and service tax. So whether you sell a tangible good or you give any service, both are under taxable only because both are selling. You are selling something, right? But if you are not delivering that good physically, that something which you are selling which is not tangible, those all things we call it service, right? Because you are not able to touch it. The AC service person will come, they will do service, they will go. They will not bring you something in the truck, right? Some servicing they will do. They have some skill, they will do service and they will go. Or let's say you are selling electricity, okay? That doesn't require physical transportation, right? Wires will be there. That power plant will generate it. They will transmit it. They will transmit it via that wire only, right? There is no physical movement happening. Correct.
Yes,
So those
correct.
kind of businesses we call it service. Okay, and when we are delivering something physically, some material which is tangible, that we call it hard goods. Okay, so what else we can discuss in 2 minutes now? I think this also we covered how we execute the T codes in GUI, right? Fury also I have shown you. You need to remember the app name, and if you don't remember, you can search it also. There is a search icon I shown you. From that search also you can search it. But as I said,
Fury is web application, right?
web application, right? But as I said, as a consultant, nobody will ask you more question on one Fury. They will only ask whether you know whether you have worked in the Fury or not. If you say I have worked, they'll simply ask you app name. Okay, what is the app name for order? That's what they will ask. Nothing, not more than that. Nobody will ask you because there is nothing to ask actually. There is nothing what they will ask. How you create a sales order? The same process only, right? You need to enter some sales document type, you need to enter some sales area, then you need to enter some business partner or customer, you need to enter material. It's the same process that you do in GUI. So nobody will ask you that stuff. They will simply know whether you are familiar with the GUI of Fury or not. I mean, how the Fury looks and feel. You know what is style, what is app. Okay, so only those kind of question will come. Okay, even till now I have only faced this kind of question only. Have you worked with Fury? I said yes. Can you tell me few app? That's it. After that they go to the configurations only. Okay, tell me how you create a document type, how you create a condition type. Okay, those kind of questions only will come. Now let's stop here only. Any questions so far?